Alright, now we move on to the next mode, which was Score Scuffle. Compete in a series of minigames to earn as many points as possible. So, if you remember back in Mario Party 5, which was the minigame Decathlon, and especially Mario Party 6's, in this case, Mario Party 6 Decathlon Park, and Mario Party 7's Decathlon Castle, and Test for the Best in Mario Party 8, this mode feels very similar to one of those modes in the previous Mario Party games. Like, you're still gonna come across into, like, a limited of 10 sort of set of minigames based off of the new record type minigames, score-based minigames, and all that kinds of stuff. Even then though, it plays exactly like how it does it from before. So, anyway, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna be using Waluigi this time around because I'm pretty sure enough that I sort of play as him and during that one of the first boss battles in the entire game, which was Feed and Seed. But even then though, this time around I'm going to be playing as him fully in the actual playthrough because we haven't showcased him during the actual Let's Play. Well, besides the, you know, Feed and Seed minigame as a part of the story mode boss battle. So, anyway. So, of course, we have ourselves the first minigame on here is Rail Rider. So, every time when you actually go ahead and just anticipated for certain minigames that if you perform some of this stuff well enough, we'll get into these other sets of minigames until we get into later on. But at the moment that I was going to be playing as the opponents, as far as computer opponents wise, I'll be using for at the time Daisy, Peach, and Mario. In this case, the two Hat brothers, including two princesses. Well, minus with Rosalina doesn't make her appearance in this title. Well, her first appearance was definitely Super Mario Galaxy, the original. So anyway, so after when you beat the minigame though, that it actually tells you how much score you've got, and that was actually based off of how much points you actually own from. So basically it's a very simple stuff, really. So basically that's just like how it does in Mario Party 5 and Mario Party 6 for both minigame Decathlon and Decathlon Park. That those amounts of minigames will stay put on exactly the same layout. But unlike in Mario Party 7 and especially Mario Party 8 for Decathlon Castle and Test for the Best, that between those two variations of Decathlon based off stuff, that is usually gone all shuffled up minigames. But in this, it just basically functions as every time when you actually revisit to this mode, you always have to encounter the exact same amount of minigames in that particular order. Like, it always starts off with Rail Riders, and then after that you'll be moving on into Domino Effects, and then the other one, which I'm assuming it will be Cherry Go Round, and then the other one, which was Study Full, and 5, which was Get the Lead Out, Hedgerow, and I don't know about the 7th one though, but I guess I'll have to find. I think it might be Paddle Pushers or something like that. But anyway, and then also there is the 8th variation, which I'm pretty sure is actually called it. Actually, I can't remember at this point right now, but I need to actually just know about how to actually just think about that. But anyway, so yeah, I managed to actually did that pretty better and Cherry Go Round this time because back in during that you know, the first attempt of that minigame on that particular Let's Play, that I seemed to go a bit too far ahead or far away from the other opponents was. But anyway, oh yeah, Wampathon. Yeah, Wampathon is another example of it. And also there's also the one with the Hanger Management. Now you remember there's actually 3 variations of Hanger Management. Now the fact that there was actually the 2 versus 2. Oh yes, I managed to get it. So yeah, if you get into the red line, this will actually gives you the rewarding, which something feels a bit too bigger value, which you get 1,000 maximum points. Which if you've been following from Mario Party 7 Decathlon Castle, that Piglet managed to actually encounter the 1,000 points value in Mario Party 7, I think it was actually a fun run, which he did manage to pull it off by no problem. But anyway though, and then every time when you actually adds up to your points based off of the points you actually get, even for the amount of distance you've got. Like for instance, Get the Lead Out, and as well as the Study 4, and even Cherry Go Round, and Rail Riders for instance, then you can actually just get as ton of points as possible, assuming if you actually become pro at it. So yeah, you get the idea. So yeah, unlike, you know, It's a bit like how it does it for the other Mario Party games for 5, 6, and 7, and 8 for these decathlon modes, and even Test for Best in Mario Party 8, as I mentioned earlier. But anyway though, so as far as this mode in general, I pretty much set these computer opponents on normal, because I don't know if I probably can do this on normal, in this case hard mode, because even then though, it might be a little bit tough for me. Oh, ouch. It looks like Mario and Peach actually got squished at the same time. But anyway though, so yeah, I'm quite surprised about this actually, because after all, that we're pretty much almost done with the minigame mode selection, and then after the minigame selection has been entirely done, then we can actually be moving on into the next mode, which we're about to be pop into, which is actually the puzzle mode. So if you remember the puzzle mode, in this case, some bunch of puzzle minigames for the previous Mario Party games, they do have their own type of puzzle minigames. Like in Mario Party 3 actually has Mario's Puzzle Party, and then Mario Party 4 actually has you know, the Bob-Omb Breakers. In this case, this little combo, the exact same color type of minigame. And basically, that in Mario Party 5 actually has Peace Out, and Mario Party 6 actually has Block Star. Mario Party 7 actually has Stick and Spin. However, there's only one exception that doesn't have the another puzzle minigame onto this particular package, and that will have to be belongs to the Mario Party 8, which I don't know exactly what that minigame is going to be called though, but even then I'll explain more into the puzzle mode until then. But anyway though, so you get the idea. So basically that how you know, and I believe the record I got at the moment in minigame on this case Scuffle at the moment, it was actually 8,002 points, which just seems by a lot by comparison, but it might be a little bit tough for you to get a maximum amount, which the maximum amount you get, it was actually 10,000 points. You have to only get 1,000 points in each minigame, all 10 of them, so just wanted to let you guys know that. So I was hoping for anyway, if I was going to make my way to the new record department, in this case in this entire mode itself. At least as far as I was going to be trying my best to do this, but even then, that's what I was going to be hoping for anyway. So I believe the next minigame we have is Pedal Pushers. I don't think there are some exception minigames that doesn't involving from the Scuffle mode. Like for instance, I don't think there is actually roller coasters. And I'm pretty sure enough it doesn't feature twist and root. And correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure, if I remember rightly, that it doesn't actually involving what's that other minigame I was going to be must confessed of. There was actually a minigame called jeez, I can't remember now. Oh yeah, All Geared Up. This is the one minigame that is not being included in this particular mode because it doesn't have new record time, and even then though, I think it's all about the racing syndrome, but at the same time, I don't think it actually contains that. Anyways, that's it for Pedal Pushers. So even then though, that yeah, I had a lot of fun experience, and even then though, I pretty much almost at the 1,000 point mark. At least assuming I've actually got myself the best timer record, at least as far as that department. But anyway, I believe next up we have is Hangar Management. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, that Hangar Management actually contains 3 different variations. Like there's one from 2 vs 2 variant, there's also the dual version of it, and even then there's actually a 4-player version, which what the only difference is that you can actually just hang on to the hangar all by yourself rather than just with your teammate, which is kind of a noticeable difference between one of those things you can possibly able to imagine with it. But even then though, still, that's the only difference is between that. Ah, god, that Shuffle. That Shuffle getting in my way, darn it. And I'm pretty sure the last minigame has always had to be the Raft Road, because obviously that minigame was actually a bit more, I don't know, interpretation for extreme water events or something like that, but I digress. So yeah, that's all I can really much to say about this mode. It's basically very similar to the minigame Decathlon from Mario Party 5, and you get the rest. So anyway, so I'm pretty sure I was in first place right now, and I'm pretty sure Daisy, she's in second place, Mario's third so far, and Peaches, she's in dead last. So even then that you can't actually change your the minigame order, unlike in Mario Party 9 time attack mode, and I don't think you're actually involving on that particular changing minigames in order in Mario Party Island Tour's time attack mode either. Which I'm assuming that's what that was gonna be going on. And also not to mention though that in the Bowser Challenge in Mario Party 10, that the minigames selection is going to be always have to be randomized. Same goes for the likes of, you know, minigame Decapalon Castle on Mario Party 7 and then Mario Party 8 test for the best. So yeah, that's all I can must think about this at this point. So I don't think there's any 10 minigames mode type of syndrome in Mario Party Star Rush, unfortunately. But even then though, in Mario Party Star Rush actually has a ton of modes you can play through. But anyway, so did I beat my previous record? Let's just find out, shall we? And truth be told, I think I actually managed to reach to it, which, you know, my previous record was actually 8,002. Well, new record. It consists of 8,030 points. So yeah, how about that? So yeah, I kind of like this mode actually, because it feels more likely nostalgic for me for when I actually revisited this mode again, since the old days of Mario Parties, I have to admit though. I kind of wish that thing returns though, but it's a shame that it's now moved on to a different developer. Okay, we have Purple Flower, which I'm assuming this is yet another based off of the DK Stone statue board. So anyway, that's kind of interesting. And we have Rival badge, which is Monty Mole. So anyway, so join me tomorrow of Let's Play Mario Party DS, as we're about to be moving on to the final 2 modes of minigame mode. So see you guys next time. Later, fellas.